Alright, what's up guys? NinjaDeathStrike here, bringing you some more Pokemon Showdown battles. Back into good old 6th gen. Pokebank should be coming out soon. I still have a bunch of battles backed up. At least I'm past day 1 now, but I'm not going to be recording anymore, I think, until Pokebank is released, because that's going to completely change the metagame all over again. There's no point showing stuff that's out of date, so anyhow, today we're still in the kind of very strange format we have right now, as evidenced by my opponent's team. I'm up here at the top, my opponent's down here at the bottom. He's got a Sun team, it's super weak to Stealth Rocks, doesn't care, there aren't any good Stealth Rock users. So he's just going to go for it. He has 3 quad weaknesses, 2 Stealth Rocks, and no Spinner. So there you go. We also have Smeargle, who was getting a lot of use for a while, again, because there are no good leads right now, or people haven't figured out how to get Stealth Rocks up this gen. It's just a mess. Suicide leads are pretty popular. They're actually good, like they were in 4th gen, because your entry hazards are usually going to stick. It's very hard to spin right now. So that makes Smeargle okay, and I'm assuming he's going to lead, which means I'm probably going to want to lead with Absol. Let's see if that's what happens as we get into the match. So he does indeed lead with Smeargle. I lead with Absol, going to Mega Evolve on turn 1. He obviously knows what Absol does and switches out, but that's fine with me because now Mega Absol is evolved, and I can switch him in. Anytime Smeargle comes in, Absol just comes in. Smeargle can't touch me. So he switches into Ninetales. I'm going to go into Jabberwocky here. Change the weather to sand, set up my Stealth Rocks, don't care about getting burned because Tyranitar is useless outside of getting Stealth Rocks. He shows me here that he has Sunny Day on his Ninetales. This is a 5th gen set that was quite popular towards the end. It was actually necessary almost, because Ninetales was so bad otherwise it always got switched into, so it had to have Drought and Sunny Day. He's still trying that out here. It worked for him in this instance, but I honestly don't care about the Sun that much because the Shadow is just going to wreck faces. Kills Ninetales, so I win the Weather War. Kills Charizard after Stealth Rock damage because he's a beast. Talonflame's going to come in. Jabberwocky, his only other use other than Stealth Rocks is checking Talonflame. So I'm going to switch him in here, switch the weather over to the sand and the sun, and just force Talonflame out. I go for a Stone Edge in case he wants to stay in. Even with the burn, the quad weakness is definitely going to take Talonflame out. So Smeargle comes in here, whatever, don't care. Cataclysm, bounce that shit. Sticky Web him, take him out with an Ice Beam, and all of his guys except Talonflame are grounded, so they're going to get slower as they come in. Venusaur is going to come in. I know that it can't Mega Evolve because I already saw Mega Charizard, so I'm going to go for the Ice Beam here. Doesn't do much. Less than half, so that's bad. Gonna switch Cataclysm out. Since he didn't set up rocks, I still have the option to bring him in and clean up with Sucker Punches if I need to. So I'm going to go into Bojangles instead here. Venusaur is slow and stally. That means that he is perfect prey for Bojangles the Klefki. He does have Hidden Power Fire, which is a bit concerning. It is going to make it a little bit harder for Bojangles to survive. But he switches out and switches his Volcarona into a Thunder Wave, and that's fine with me. And then he's just going to forfeit because Klefki is probably going to kill all 3 of his Pokemon with fire moves. So that's going to be the end of that match. A little look at Sun. Still not the best. But there you go. So moving on to battle number 2. I'm going to be down here at the bottom this time. My opponent's up here at the top. He has definitely an interesting team. Why this isn't a Talonflame, I could not tell you. Sadly, Talonflame just outclasses Swellow in pretty much every way imaginable. Which is too bad, because I like Swellow better. But, yeah. We have the Sticky Dragon. We have this guy who is still around sometimes. His usage has definitely dropped. I've noticed recently. I think people have kind of realized that he's just good. You know, he's certainly... I still wouldn't be surprised to see him in OU, but I don't think he's going to be at the top. He's just good. He's very good, but he's not great. This has to be his Mega Evolution. There's no other reason to have a Bannet. Go-Goat is kind of mediocre, and Gliscor is still really, really good. So, mainly, I'm worried about these two. I think I should be able to handle the rest of his guys fairly well, so let's see what happens. I am going to lead with Bojangles. No ground types and no steel types means Bojangles gets to wreak havoc. He is going to Mega Evolve on turn 1, go for the taunt. Actually, fairly certain I predicted the taunt, and so I want to set up a sub first, knowing that he's weak to me and that he has a massive special attack. I actually just kill him with a foul play. So not Bojangles' usual operating mode, but hey, it works. Kills Mega Evolution on turn 2. Predict the Earthquake, get into the Shadow for free here, set up a sub. We're going to see what his second move is. Most Gliscor are only running 2 attacks, which means they are very susceptible to sub-disable Gengar because of Earthquake, and I don't know why that keeps moving. So I'm just going to disable Ice Fang here, and he shows me that he does actually have 3 attacks. So 3 attacking Toxic Orb Gliscor is interesting. It's going to work out for him well here, because I'm not going to be able to take him out with the Shadow Ball. Unfortunately, rather than just attacking, he goes for the Roost, and that's actually going to let him be at a little higher health, but I didn't want to switch out on a turn he roosted. I wanted to keep his health low, so I just sack the Shadow here, go into Jabberwocky, hit him with an Ice Beam as he roosts, and let's see if I go for it again. No, I double switch out here, go into Dig Dug the Excadrill. This is at the time when I was running the thing, the speed boosting ability, Sand Rush, but I'm still slower, I believe, because I had an adamant one. I've since switched to Mold Breaker anyhow, but yeah, get outsped there, so I'm assuming that had to be Choice Scarfed. Because of that, I know that I can switch in. Well, I go into Bojangles, I guess, just to paralyze it. I was willing to take the Hydro Pump. I could have also gone into Dragonite there and gotten a free Dragon Dance, but this is an okay line of play too, as it is going to either force him out or just completely neuter his Greninja. So he does end up going out to Go-Go. I get to sub up, and that's bad for him. So Gliscor is going to come in here. I sub as he switches, go for the Swagger. I'm going to force him to break my sub before I switch out. There is a chance that he's just going to kill himself with Confusion, and then I'm going to win. So he does get the Roost off here. We'll have to see. Foul Play doing a decent chunk, 52%. It's quite high. And because he went for the Roost, I still have my sub up, so he's not going to be able to deal with it with Go-Go, as he just switches out to get rid of the Confusion. I go for the Swagger on the switch back into Gliscor, but it misses. He knows he's going to get confused again, so he goes to Go-Goat, gets confused, switches out again. If I had been able to get Stealth Rocks up here, that would have been very nice, but all this switching is not really accomplishing anything for him either, because he's not breaking the sub, and I'm now at full health. And there's no way Gliscor gets in and avoids getting confused because of the priority. You know, fine. If you want to keep switching out, fine. I don't care. I'm just going to confuse everything you have. I've got plenty of Swaggers. So finally he breaks his chain, goes into Goodra, and takes out my sub with the Flamethrower. So he's going to switch back into Gliscor here, and I am going to switch out of Klefki, fearing the Flamethrower. I go into Jabberwocky, who has a fine matchup against Gliscor anyhow, thanks to the fact that I know Ice Beam. I stay in here against Greninja to see what he's going to choose to lock himself into. Goes for the Hydro Pump. I don't really want to switch Dragonite into that right now, I guess. I want to get him a clean switch so that I know that multi-scale's up, and so that I know I can set up a Dragon Dance. So I just Death Fodder Jabberwocky, go into Puff now that I know he'll be at full health, and set up a Dragon Dance, which is going to be bad news bears for him. Goodra Sticky is going to activate, going to nullify my speed, but I'm still going to have multi-scale up because he's been switching around so much. So here I go for the Dragon Dance again. He goes for Defog to get rid of the rocks. Swellow, the poor guy, it's a stally Swellow, which, okay, he sets up a Toxic now, fine. I'm at +2 speed and +3 attack, so I'm just going to kill the rest of your team before you get a chance to kill me. But freaking Greninja, faster than double speed Dragonite, okay, so that's interesting. But it doesn't really matter. I still have Absol to clean out. This is where Absol shines. He comes in late. He kills everything that's left over, and you know what? He doesn't care about Choice Scarf because Sucker Punch. So Cataclysm's going to come in, finish up the match for me, and that's going to be the game. So hopefully you guys liked it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Check out the links in the description, and today's question will be worst Mega Evolution. What do you think the worst Mega Evolution is? So let me know that in the comments, and I'll have more coming your way shortly. Thanks for watching, guys.